So it's Wednesday night, which means I get to play Shadows of Brimstone. And at the end of the last session, the Marshal and the Saloon Girl had rescued the young girl from town and were busily taking her home, trying to get their reward and their gear that they were promised. But they were hearing drums and sounds of battle. So they were trying to get out of the swamps. They came up to the portal. The young girl said she knew her way home, and they gave her a pistol and said, "You go first, we're going to cover back here because we aren't sure what's going on. We'll be through the portal in just a minute, but if you don't hear from us, you go on to town, get things ready for when we do come back." So our young girl jumps through the portal, over the depth track, but as she goes through, the portal starts to shimmer and starts to collapse in upon itself. And so it seems that they are stuck and they must go forward and face whatever is going on here in the swamps and try and find a way out. At least they got the girl safe and on her way home. They see gnarled and gruesome totems hanging from the trees, and the swamps are running red with the aftermath of brutal battles. So they're going to go forward. Well, since they never made it back to town, they aren't going to get the ability to use the old map that they got last time or the eagle feathers that they got last time. They will heal. I'm going to treat this just like it was the end of an adventure, but coming into a new adventure. So they're going to roll for corruption. They don't have enough experience to level up, so that doesn't matter. They heal their sanity, heal their wounds, but they aren't going to be able to buy any more side bag items. They're not going to be able to heal any of the corruption or things that they already have. So really, before moving forward and starting this adventure, they really, all they have left is to roll for corruption. So the Saloon Girl has 4 dark stone, and she takes 2 corruption hits, which she will try to defend. And she actually defends them both. Now, our U.S. Marshal only has 2 dark stone. He takes 1 corruption hit, and he takes the corruption hit. So Saloon Girl is up to 3 corruption, and the Marshal is up to 2. So one thing we didn't get to do in the last one, or I didn't get to do, was the Swamps of Jargono special rules, because we just went through and we hit the one fight. But any attack in Jargono is an ambush attack on a d6 roll of a 1, 2, or 3. And the heroes are +2 on all rolls to catch your breath. And there are some special mission rules for this mission. So the heroes must find a way through the swamps and escape from the area being fought over by the Serpent Men. This means either finding a gate and leaving the Swamps of Jargono, or getting deep enough into the swamps to reach the other side of the disputed territory. So basically set up as just a normal mine entrance, well, the swamp side of the mine entrance. And otherwise you start the same. However, we have to pick 2 Serpentmen tribe cards to determine who the 2 warring tribes are. And if 2 of the same are driven, then it's a civil war within the same tribe. So the special rules for this mission: common enemies, Serpent Warriors. Whenever a threat card would be drawn, roll a d6, and on a 4+, instead of drawing a threat card, they are attacked by d3+1 Serpentmen Warriors. Whenever we encounter them, we roll off to see which tribe it is. And if we are called to draw a new Serpentmen tribe, instead draw a 3rd Serpentman tribe to add to the conflict. And now we have to roll off between all 3. Another interesting one, Archers in the Trees. During a fight, anytime the Hold Back the Darkness roll is failed, it also triggers the Jargono Depth Event number 4, Volley of Arrows. as rival Serpentmen rain arrows down on the battle. In addition to the normal effect of this depth event, every enemy Jargono also takes D3 wounds, ignoring defense. Now, because this is so brutal, at the end of each fight every hero can draw an extra loot card because the war is going on, and anytime we find a clue, we may move the hero posse marker one extra space forward on the depth track. And then immediate dread for this mission, all growing dread cards are revealed immediately. So to escape, we either have to find a gate and start a turn with no heroes in the swamps of Jargono and no enemies on the board, or start a turn with the hero posse marker at the space marked 8 or lower on the depth track and have no enemies on the board. When either of these are accomplished, the heroes have successfully completed the adventure, at which time we'll get 50 experience and some more gold. If we fail, then we have madness that we add to our injuries. So that is the setup for this mission, and shortly I will set this up. I need to shuffle up all the deck cards. I have a bunch of extra monsters in there. I don't have my swamp raptors painted up yet. I would love to be using those, but anyway, we will get started once I shuffle all the cards and get things set back up. Okay, so the first thing to do is to grab a couple of Serpentmen tribes. So the first one is the Yellowtail tribe. The most numerous of the Serpentmen, the Yellowtail have a breeding cycle 3 times faster than that of any other tribe. What they lack in experience or training they make up for in sheer numbers of new young warriors. No extra bonus. Well, that's good. And then the second one is the Diamond Scale tribe. Perhaps the most cunning and fierce of the tribes. The warriors of the Diamond Scale are hunters to the core. Disciplined and deadly, they work as a pack and use fighting formations to guard each other's flank as the strikers move in for the kill. They are fierce warriors, +1 combat formation. They are immune to critical hits while adjacent to another Serpentmen model. 5 extra experience points. Plus we're going to have to give these guys elite abilities. I'm going to hope that we mostly roll for the Yellowtail tribe. One thing I did forget last time I played was the Saloon Girl's Soul Parasite. She actually should have taken some sanity hits whenever she rolled a 1, so I will do my best to try and remember that this time. So just to recap where we're at, they each have 1 grit because we reset. I guess, yeah, the Saloon Girl had 2 grit, but I guess you go back to 1 grit. She does have some dynamite, a bandage, a tonic, and exotic herbs. And the Marshal has 2 bandages and dynamite. He has a grit. They do have some darkstone. And then they have some equipment. Hopefully I'll remember to use it all and to use all their special abilities. We have the Tome of Vontaro, which once per adventure we can cancel a darkness card, which I completely forgot about last time, as well as her Soul Parasite. And then I also forgot that she has the cigar where she can heal once per adventure all the damage from a single source. That would have come in handy and she wouldn't have died. But I guess that sort of half makes up for the other flub-ups at the end of that. And then she has the pipe. Whenever she successfully passes a skill test without re-rolling, she's supposed to get 5 experience. I forgot that the whole time too. And then we have the Amulet of Kotak. Once per adventure, prevent all damage a hero is about to take from a single source. Wait, so we have 2 of those? Yep, so she has 2 ways that she can do that. And she does have enough strength to equip all these things. So I have been keeping track of that. It's just not worth talking about. I do have to remember to give them back a revive token, which is hidden under this Executioner's Pistol that she can't use. It's not worth giving to the Marshal. Alright, so the first thing to do is, I don't remember if I'm pretty sure I shuffled these, but I will go ahead and reshuffle them again. I have added in some extra encounters, some extra darkness cards, 15 extra growing dread cards from supplements. Okay. First thing to do is to attempt to hold back the darkness. Double fives. Terrifying shriek. Oh no, that's the mine. Tribal drums. In the distance you hear the thundering war drums of a savage tribe. That is true. They're getting louder and louder with every step you take. Each hero in Jargono must discard 1 grit or take d6 sanity damage, ignoring willpower. I think this early I'm just going to discard the grit. And that really stinks. Alright, so Mandy the Saloon Girl will move. She can move 3 because she does have the 1 extra. 1, 2, 3. She will scavenge. Oh, and she actually finds something. With my luck, it will be bad. A hideous discovery, of course. Take 3 horror hits that do 2 sanity damage each, but she does get 10 experience. Three horror hits that, so her willpower, oh, she saves 1. She doesn't have grit. Since they never let, nope, it's a new adventure, so their amulets are gone. So she takes 4 sanity right off the bat. Alright. Now the Marshal moves. 6. Now he has an ability that he can move extra up to his lore. His lore is 2, and he's got his adventure boots, which give him +1 move. So he could actually move 9, but he's only going to move here. He's going to peek through and take his 5 experience. He's going to draw a map card, a T passage with no exploration token. Of course, it was at the very bottom of the stack. And there are a lot of extra rules in this one, so I will try and remember them all. So, next thing to do is to hold back the darkness. We do. Saloon Girl moves. So she can move 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I forgot to move the depth track. She'll scavenge again, what the heck. And she doesn't get anything. Marshall will move 2, which is the same as 5 for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll get his 5 experience and he will peek through the door. Deep Swamp. Spiny glow vines. Oh. So what I decided to do was, if there's an advanced encounter on there, I'm going to use that because I want to keep the thematic element of it. I'm not going to do an extra one because that doesn't really make sense to me either. Unless if the encounter token, or the exploration token, flips over and has 2 encounters, then I'll draw another encounter. But I'm just trying to stay very thematic and use that. And I really apologize, I did it again. I wasn't looking at the camera, so I didn't see that I was off screen. So we'll do an exploration token. It's the end of the turn, so we might as well flip it. And it's an encounter. So it is the Spined Glowvines encounter. And there's 1 door. In the deep, dark parts of the swamp, bioluminescent plants give off an eerie glow. Some grow quite large and have even been known to devour animals that stray too close. Any hero ending their move on this map tile must make a lore 5 test. If successful, the hero may draw a scavenge card for each 6+ rolled, finding something buried in the carnivorous vegetation. If failed, the hero is attacked by a spined glowvine, taking a peril dice worth of hits. Which goes along with that. So now we need to roll for which door there is. Door 2. So this is the door, the others are capped. Yeah, I want as short a distance as possible in this one. So, time to hold back the darkness. And we do. Okay, don't need this encounter anymore. So the Saloon Girl gets to go. So she takes 2 sanity damage, ignoring willpower. That's a problem. But she does get a grit. And she can move 2. 1, 2. Now she ends her turn, so a lore 5 test. Her lore is 6. So she passes, and she gets to draw a scavenge card for each 6 rolled. Nothing here, 10 experience points, and nothing here, 10 experience points. So 20 experience points. Now our marshal, he gets a grit, and he can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, but he's going to scavenge instead of looking through the door, and he doesn't get anything. I don't want them to get ambushed and be so far apart from each other. Alright, so holding back the darkness, we actually do. Saloon Girl, so she can move, and she is going to look through the door, take her 5 experience, and draw a map card. A murky clearing, so nothing special. Okay, well, because that doesn't fit that way, we will do it this way instead. Exploration token, and so the marshal can go, so he will roll to move. He gets a grit, that's good, and he is going to stay right there. I'm not going to risk it. So exploration token is an attack, and there's 1 door. So let's see what door it is. We're actually, it's this door over there, since we spun it. A lot of 1 doors to this. And then we'll draw Alright, so it's an attack, so we'll roll a d6, and it is d3 plus 1 serpent men, so it's going to be 4 serpent men, and it is going to be, so the tribes will be 1, 2, 3, the diamond scale tribe, 4, 5, 6, the yellowtail tribe. Ugh, it's the diamond scale tribe, so it's the tough ones. So just a reminder, they're +1 combat and +5 experience points. So I've got them set up, but I do have to roll to see if it's an ambush attack. I do remember that. And I also have to roll for their elite ability. So I'm going to roll for their elite ability first. And it's a 1. They are +1 combat for each other serpent. Oh, so they could. So they are +1 combat, plus they are another +1 combat for each adjacent serpent man. So they're elite ability 1, so they're +5 experience points, plus they're +5 because they're diamond scale tribe. Now we have to roll, and on a 1, 2, or 3 it's an ambush attack. And of course it's an ambush attack, so never mind all these great plans of sitting where we were sitting. So it's going to be 2 on each of them. Serpent men are ambush, so +1, so that's 6, which equals her initiative of 6, so the serpent men actually go first. They are just, I've never fought them before, so this is actually kind of fun for me, but their move of 10, escape of 5, they are a 4+ to hit, they roll 2 dice for combat, do 3 damage, have a defense of 2 and a health of 6. However, these are all going to get 3 combat because of their diamond scale tribe, and at this point it's actually 4 combat because they're each adjacent to one other. So that means it's going to be 8 attacks on each of our heroes. So we'll start with the Saloon Girl. Holy smokes. Alright, so 4+. I'm looking to see, so Darkstone weapons, Serpentman warriors to hit rolls of 6 cause double damage. Yikes. Okay, and then their defense is doubled when adjacent to the attacker. So their defense is actually 4 right now. Alright, so I'm going to have to roll these separately. So she's going to defend against these. So that's 1, which will actually do 6 damage. And then defends against these, and she defends. So she actually takes 6 damage, and I think at this point I'm going to just take it. Alright, and now for the Marshal. 8 attacks on the Marshal. 2 for double damage. And 2 for regular damage. So he'll defend against the double damage. He defends against them both. And against the single damage, he takes a total of 3 wounds then. So now Saloon Girl gets to go. So she will attack with her trusty axe. She gets to reroll 1 and doesn't do anything. So damage, she's going to put it on the one behind her right here. So she does 5, 6, 7 damage because of her trusty axe and her dirty fighting. But the defense is actually doubled to a 4, so that's only 3 out of the 6 wounds. She's going to go ahead and use her holdout pistol because, well, why not? Might as well use it. And she misses. I think I'm probably going to end up regretting not blocking that damage. Alright, so the Marshal is going to attack. Egad. That is all misses. I think he's going to use a grit. He's going to burn one of his 2 grit, and he's going to re-roll those. That was just Pathetic. And I will roll for both of them to move. I forgot to do that. And he gets to re-roll 1. He still misses, so he did 1 critical and 1 regular hit. He doesn't get any extra damage, so he's going to put the critical hit on the one the Saloon Girl hit, and he does enough to kill him. So that gives him 35 damage, 45 damage, because he gets the extra 10. He gets to heal a wound. He doesn't take any sanity damage yet. And he'll do the regular damage on this one here in front of him. So we try and get them away from their adjacent guys. And he misses. Oh, 2. Yeah, it's not enough to do any damage. So, Saloon Girl to move. Nope. Marshall to move. No grit. So that is the end of the first turn. They took out 1. That's good. So there's only 3 attack. Oh, hold back the darkness. We do not. Did I remember to hold back the darkness last time? I didn't go look. I don't remember holding back the darkness, so I'm just going to roll it. So this is, let's say that one was the last one. Say I didn't get it this time. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Ambush attack. There are fiendish creatures and demons in the dark places of the world. Ambush attack. Draw a threat immediately to ambush the heroes. So let's see. On a 4+, they're serpent men. They are not. So it's a regular attack. A swamp slug. So let me grab a swamp slug. So we have an ambushing swamp slug. I don't know why, but I really like these models for some reason. So he will be here, and he's attacking the Saloon Girl. It's an ambush, which gives him an initiative of 5, so at least the Saloon Girl gets to go first. However, and the Serpentman Warrior 5, so Saloon Girl does still get to go first. I need to roll for an elite ability for the Swamp Slug. It's a 6. So that is Spitting Acid. At the start of its activation, each Swamp Slug makes an extra ranged attack against a random hero within range before activating as normal. So it's 1 shot, 3 damage. So first thing to do is Saloon Girl will roll for movement. She's not going anywhere, obviously. She will attack. She can re-roll 1. So 1 critical hit. Ooh, so does she try and take out a Serpentman Warrior? Or does she go for the... I think she's going to try and take out this Serpentman Warrior right here just because of the number of attacks, even though Swamp Slug is probably more dangerous. So go ahead and roll that. It's a 5, 6, 7 critical... Oh, they are immune to critical hits. I forgot that. So that would be 5, 6, 7. So that would be 3 damage. Okay. I'll have to go back and check. The Marshal may or may not have had enough damage to kill that last one. But I'm just going to call it an oopsie, and it'll be what it will be. Okay, so the Serpentman Warriors now go. So 3 attacks on the Saloon Girl. Sorry. It'll be 4 attacks on the Saloon Girl because he is adjacent. Then it's going to be 7 attacks on the Marshal because he is not adjacent, so he's down to just 3 attacks. So red are going to be on the Marshal, and the white will be on the Saloon Girl. Get that one out of there. Okay, so Saloon Girl takes 1 for double damage, 1 for regular damage. And the Marshal takes 1 for double damage, 2 for regular damage. So we'll flip the Marshal. He'll roll his defense. He saves them all. Saloon Girl. Ooh. She misses them both. And that would be... How much damage would that be? 9 damage. I think she's going to flip over one of her... She is going to prevent all her damage from a single source. So she's going to let that one go. Alright, now it is... So the Slug is initiative 5, so it's the Slug's turn. I forgot to put his number on there so that I remember his elite ability. And the Slug gets a spitting attack on a random hero. 1, 2, 3 Saloon Girl, 4, 5, 6 the Marshal. It's on the Marshal. 1 shot, and he doesn't hit. So now he has 1 combat for 6 damage on the Saloon Girl, because we already got 2 fighting him. Oh, he hits. She defends. And now it's the Marshal's turn, so he's going to roll his 4. And he gets to reroll 1. So he's going to start out doing a regular hit on him. For 6, so that's 2 more damage. He's going to take his second hit and put it on him as well. Oh, that's a 4, so that's nothing. He's going to take his third one and put it on him as well. And he's going to use a grit and re-roll that. And he's failed, and now he's out of grit. You know, he's going to use his free attack with his Swamp Raptor Claw. He hit, oh, and he misses. Okay, that was not good. So, alright, we'll roll to hold back the darkness. We do not. So a darkness card, and we went 1, 2, we're second one, third one. Savage attack. During the next fight, all enemies are -1 defense but gain +2 combat. Okay, and if drawn in a fight, this is where it happens. Alright, so Saloon Girl gets to go first. Maybe this will help us. So she's got 2 hits. She's going to put her first hit on this guy here. So 3, 4, 5. With his defense of 4, -1 is 3. That's enough to kill him because he only had 1 wound left. So she gets 35-40 because of his elite. Plus he's a diamond scale, so 45 experience. Her other hit, she is going to put that on the Swamp Slug for 1, 2, 3 damage. Which gets her 10, 25 experience. I forgot her Comforting Presence the last 2 turns, which gives her 20 more experience. Now it is the Serpentmen's turn. They are no longer adjacent, so it's 3 attacks each, except because of this darkness card, they are actually 5 attacks each. Golly gee. Red on the Marshal, white on the Saloon Girl. Red on the Marshal. Oof. He takes 4. One of them for double damage. She takes 2, one of them for double damage, and I'll remember to do them separately this time. So her double damage, she saves. Her regular damage, she saves. Now I'm going to put a white as his double damage. He saves the regulars, loses the double, so that is 6 damage he takes. 6 wounds to the Marshal. Now it is the Marshal's turn. He's going to use his melee attacks. It's nice that he has 4 at this point. And he'll reroll 1, so he only does 1 hit. He will put it on... He's going to put it on the Swamp Slug. Okay, never mind. And now I forgot to move. Swamp Girl move. Marshal move. Okay. End of turn. Oh no, I'm sorry, the Swamp Slug. 1, 2, 3 Marshal, 4, 5, 6 Saloon Girl. He's spitting at the Marshal again. And his range, he hits. So it does 3 damage, ignoring defense. That's bad. And then it's attacking the Saloon Girl. So it's 1 combat. It hits. She saves it. And I forgot his special abilities, so he does have terror, so we should have taken a horror hit, so they need to take 2 horror hits each. And he cannot take more than 3 wounds from any single hit. Okay, and at the end of each turn, any hero adjacent immediately takes D3 wounds. Oh, yikes. That's bad, okay. Alright, so the 2 horror hits we missed, red are the Marshal, white's the Saloon Girl. They save them all. We haven't messed up the endurance. And so it is the end of the turn now, so D3 wounds. Red is the Marshal, white's the Saloon Girl. 2 each. 2. Comforting Presence for the Marshal. And now it's Hold Back the Darkness, which we do. And now it's a horror hit. Red is the Marshal, white's the Saloon Girl. Saloon Girl takes a sanity damage. Now, Saloon Girl moves. 3. She's not, well, you know what? She's going to try to escape. His escape is a 3+. So she does escape. So she is actually going to move, oh, but his escape is a 5. She still makes it. So she's actually going to move here. And then she is going to do 2 attacks. Reroll 1. She does 1. Of course, she's got to put it on. That's 3. His defense is 3. Oh no, he is no longer adjacent. Right, his defense is actually now 1 because he's not adjacent. So that's 3 damage minus 1, so she actually does 2 wounds. And they are no longer in a formation, So they are no longer immune to critical hits. So actually he was not. Oh, so they're not immune to critical hits. But now it is the Serpentmen's turn. So they do get three attacks plus their 2 attacks. Normally they're 2 combat, but they're 3, and then they get plus 2. So they're still 5 attacks each. Red on the Marshal, white on the Saloon Girl. The Marshal takes 2 regular hits, and the Saloon Girl takes 1 double damage hit. So, and they save them all. Now it is the Marshal's turn, so roll to move. Oh, yeah, roll to move. Nope. He's going to roll to attack. He can re-roll 1. Nothing, but he's got 2 critical hits. These guys are no longer adjacent to another lizard man, so he's going to do his first critical hit on this guy. 4, that's enough to kill him. Which allows him to heal a wound. He doesn't have any sanity damage. He gets 35, 45, 55 experience. Wow, these guys are tough. Man, do I do... You know what? I think I'm just going to do it on the Serpent Man here. And a 3, so I do 3 damage. This is getting tough. Alright, so... Swamp Slug, 1, 2, 3, he's going after the Marshal. 4, 5, 6, he's going after the Saloon Girl since she ran away. Oh, so he does go after the Saloon Girl, so her running away didn't help her. So random hero for the spit, 1, 2, 3, Marshal. 4, 5, 6, Saloon Girl. Oop, he's spitting at the Saloon Girl. He hits the Saloon Girl for 3 more damage. Now he's attacking. He misses. And now wounds. Marshal takes 3, she takes 1. 3 for him. Okay, now we're going to roll. Hold back the darkness. We do not. Saloon Girl's turn. She doesn't move anywhere. Horror hits. They both fail. They each take a sanity damage. She is going to use her bandage and heal 4 wounds, which takes her... Oh, she's got to attack. That's what she does next. She'll attack the slug, of course. Reroll. So a regular hit and a critical hit. I'm going to look again. I thought... Oh, he just can't take more than 3 from any one, and he's got 15, so... Red is the regular hit, white is the critical hit. So the red is the regular hit. Defense is 2, she's got 3, so that's 1 damage. Takes him up to 4. And then she takes 3 from the critical hit, so that's 4 total damage. So that takes him up to 7 total. She gets some experience, 30 experience for doing 4 wounds. Now it's actually, it's the Serpent Man's turn. He gets his 5 hits on the U.S. Marshal. for 5 attacks. Ooh, they all hit and 1 is a double, so red will be the double. He saves all but 1 regular hit. Okay, so 3 more damage. That may be enough to kill our Marshal. 3 more damage kills the Marshal. So I guess he's going to use the revive token. That's not good. I wonder if, will hers, no, just use the revive token. And now it is the Marshal's turn. He is adjacent to everybody, so let's see what he does. 2 criticals and 2 regular hits. So he's going to put, their defense is now 1. So he's going to put a regular hit on the Serpent Man with a 6. So he kills this Serpent Man, which is good because that gives him another 55 experience. He can heal. He doesn't have wounds and sanity anymore. Oh well. And then his endurance, the enemy cannot take more than 3 wounds from any single hit. So we've got 2 criticals and a regular hit. So the red will be the regular. He doesn't have a grit, so it doesn't matter. I can't re-roll anything. So you're gone. So that should be 3, 6, 9 wounds. So he had 15. So that's enough to kill him. See, he had 10, so that's only 5. So he gets 25, 35, then 45 for his 10. Can't heal a wound. But that's the end of it. They kill the swamp slug. Those swamp slugs are nasty. Oh, did forget the horror hits because they did start the turn. Or, I don't know if I did or didn't. I think I did. But we'll each take another sanity. What the heck. Oh, actually, I know they did. I did it because so I did do their horror this go round. All right, so catch your breath. They both went. So red's the Marshal, white is the Saloon Girl. So that's +2, so she's got a 3, 4. She can heal 5, he can heal 3. So she's going to heal 3 regular. He'll heal his 1 sanity damage since he used that token, and she'll heal 2 of her sanity. And I'm just going to leave it, since I can't remember if I did the sanity or not, we're just going to leave it at that. Now they can each draw a loot card. Goodbye, Swamp Slug. And you know what? She needs to do... She's got 2 turns where she was sitting in that map tile, so she needs to take 2 lore 5 tests. Because I backed her onto the tile. Alright, so her loot is D3 Darkstone, 1 Darkstone. His loot is 250 and 20 experience. So they each get 20 experience. She gets another Darkstone. I'm not sure she needs any more Darkstone. I guess she can sell some more. He gets 250 gold. So if we never make it out of here, it's not going to matter. Alright, and she's got a lore of 6. She's got to take 2 lore tests. She passes. and she passes. But she wouldn't have been able to pull stuff out of it in the middle of a fight, so. So that's the end of that encounter. That's the end of that turn. And I guess this is a good time to take a break until the next go around. I will clean this up and get it straight, and we will continue on the adventure.